How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the finale of Live from the Shy. This is the end of season 1. I appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in for the final episode. Let's get straight to our final guest of season 1, Jefe 312. All right, guys, our guest on tonight's episode is a rapper from Chicago, Illinois. Please welcome Jefe 312.
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir, man. How's it going?
It's all good, man. Just trying to adjust to this half quarantine, half get back into the real world life. Dealing with the drop of the new album, Silver.
Yes, sir.
Trying to stay busy out here, man.
Yes, sir. Before we get into Silver, man, tell us about yourself and how'd you get into music?
Yeah, I've been doing music seriously now, pursuing a career in it for about 5 to 6 years. It started out at my junior college that I went to, Lincoln Junior College. I had played basketball my whole life, and I had decided to not pursue a basketball career collegiately. And so I really needed something to do with all that free time because basketball was like a full-time thing.
Yeah.
And I found myself like writing music and making music. And then my friends like really were the push for me to like actually try to take it serious. And I made a song and a music video. And the song actually ended up on like one of the like top 3 radio stations in Chicago on Power 92 for like a 4-month span.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so ever since then it's been wheels down and I've been rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not only do you create music, but you also have a nonprofit. It's called Young and Gifted Shy. Tell us about that and why'd you kind of have that started?
Well, that started as a result of quarantine, and I do want to say like that this like coronavirus thing is like, although it's a very sad time, like it has been a blessing in disguise in many ways. It's definitely presented like a lot of opportunities for me to grow as a person, and that nonprofit being one of them. I had like taken notice because I actually work at a high school, so like I'm like very connected with like the high school community, and I had taken notice that they had cut the CPS funding for like lunches and stuff. Like at first they were getting like free meals and everything, and then as a result of the George Floyd riot, they cut their funding, and which didn't make sense to me because it had nothing to do with the kids at all. So I was just trying to find my way to help and contribute, and I like rallied all my like friends and supporters together, and we started a food drive. And like I started talking to like my mentors and stuff, trying to see like how can we make this official and like actually get funding for it and everything. And we ended up creating a nonprofit, and it actually wasn't as hard as you would think it is, or like as long of a process. And yeah, that food drive was our first event. It was a great success. We fed over like 200 families. A lot of people donated. We still had like stuff left over afterwards. And we actually just had a meeting yesterday or 2 days ago to plan our next initiative. So it's been going good.
That's good to hear, man. And I appreciate you just, thinking about the community, wanting to help out, especially in times like this where help is needed, especially for CPS, because for some reason CPS doesn't always get the best stuff, which is horrible because it's our public school system. So, but yeah, no, appreciate you doing that. Nonprofits are always a great thing. I didn't know it was actually easy to do it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's really just starting the process. Once you start the process, then everything gets rolling.
So definitely, we got the nonprofit, and then just recently, you dropped your latest project. It's called Silver, which dropped earlier this July. Tell us about that and the reason behind the project and and why to drop it in this kind of time period?
That's a good question. So the meaning behind the project, silver ties into a lot of things. The overall concept is silver lining, and to like embrace the silver linings out of like every storm in your life and find like good and bad situations and reflect and learn and accept and stuff like that. And then it was also like kind of cool that the like periodic table element for silver, like that symbol is AG, and like those are the initials to my actual name, Amaya Gibson.
Okay.
So
That's
it
dope.
like tied back into it, yeah. And releasing it during this time, it was actually supposed to be released like a month before, but quarantine was like halting everything, and it was like hard to get in touch with like certain people that I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been sitting on this, like at least the concept for the album, if not the songs itself, for a very long time now. And like different songs came out of this situation, and it was just like it was growing with me. And I guess I didn't I didn't feel right like settling and putting it out before like it was completely ready. So like once I like was completely satisfied, I had went in, changed songs like 9 or 10 times, like just real small stuff.
It'd be
So
like that.
yeah, man. So once I was like completely satisfied, and then we had the rollout plan ready and promotion and events and videos and all that, then I felt like it was okay to release it to the world.
That's it has to be perfect, coming from an
Yeah,
artist standpoint. Just making sure that every final piece of it is worthy of going out into the public. So I
right.
totally understand that aspect of it. We want the fans to know uh, what at least one of the songs sounds like before they go check out the whole thing. So at this time, let's check out a featured song called Trap off the project Silver.
Niggas don't know how to act when they not on the camera. I used to be focused on last, but now I'm just working on stamina. I used to sweep under the rugs till I got tired of janitor. Big homie been booking them shows whenever it's space on the calendar. And now we sell our dolo, yeah. Don't need much promo, nah. New year, new logo, yeah.
There you guys have it. That's Trapped. Be sure to check out Silver as soon as possible after this interview. But as a music artist and being in this kind of, timing of, COVID-19 and a whole bunch of restrictions, how has the COVID-19 situation kind of impacted, your music career and, something that you might have had planned for the future that might have got changed because of this?
Um, it's impacted me in a lot of ways. Uh, I guess the only negative part is I had like just like right before COVID on March 1st, and I think they shut everything down the next week. So on March 1st, I had like a self-produced concert, like with me and like a couple of my like other artist friends, including Snowy Joey. And like it was a great success. Like it was over like 200 people in attendance, and like we had packed the place out, and it was really good. And I had planned on performing for like the next like 3 months. Like I was just gonna do like a whole lot of shows
Mm-hmm.
and work on the album like simultaneously. So obviously like I wasn't able to do those shows, but it actually allowed me to like build my brand in a different way and like find ways to be more creative with like the avenues that I had like accessible to me. So I started doing like freestyles on Instagram, and like a lot of them went viral and like gained like a lot of traffic towards just my page and my music, and like all my streams went up and stuff, and it created opportunities for me to make like a lot of different moments that are extremely like memorable for me. I did a freestyle dedicated to like Black Lives Matter, and then eventually like made an actual like original song dedicated to it. and those are like two of my most successful videos to date. And it just allowed me to like connect with different people through stuff like this, like trying to find ways to like virtually connect with people since you can't meet face to face.
Yeah.
So really, it built my following and gave me time to sit down and actually like be a full-time rapper since I'm not able to work. Like I don't have to juggle anything. I can just work on building my music, building my brand, and it's been paying off.
No, definitely. You know, you being productive and trying to keep putting content out. You know, that most certainly, you know, helps, especially when a lot of people were kind of, you know, discouraged to do anything during
Yeah.
this time. And, you know, I kind of fall kind of guilty to that because I remember it was March and I was doing so much. And then as soon as this COVID thing hit, my schedule completely got wiped out to absolutely nothing
Yeah.
except school because I still have school. So um, I was like, damn, what the hell am I going to do? So I kind of like, you know, didn't do the right thing by staying like trying to keep ideas flowing
Right.
and staying productive and it took me a good couple of months to get back into you know being the creative person that I like being so this talk show didn't even really came about until July so
Oh wow, really?
yeah, and
Dang.
it took a lot of like sitting down and reflecting, and you know, working at doing the UIC show is great, but it also limits you in a way because it's just
Yeah.
UIC,
Yeah, I see.
and
Yeah.
people like you that deserve that time slot to talk about yourself and share your music with everybody kind of helped me inspire because I got so many emails from people for the UIC show. So I figured that this quarantine is kind of like, we have the perfect tools.
Yeah, for sure.
I have Final Cut Pro to edit and I have Zoom. So put two and two together and you could create a show and YouTube and just, slap it on there and you got yourself a show. So
This is really cool. I'm happy for you, man.
no, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And then, I'm happy for you with, the success of Silver because I actually seen it. I I believe I seen uh, Dami, DJ
Yeah.
DJ
Hmm.
Dami. That's my
Yeah.
boy. I seen kind
That's
of
my
like
main DJ right there.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Yeah.
the boy. Kind of. I believe it looked like a release party. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh yeah, that's Jefe, man. Like,
Hmm.
he's doing his thing. So, but it's out. Silver is out. So before we let you go, tell the people where they can follow you and listen to Silver.
Yes. You can follow me on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, at Jefe312. That's JEFE312. And you can stream Silver wherever you can listen to music. It's on iTunes and Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Audio Mac, YouTube, like wherever there's music, Silver is there.
All
So
streaming services.
all streaming services. Type
All
in
right.
Jefe312 and it should pop up.
Perfect. Well, Jefe, man, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining me on this talk show.
I
Hopefully,
appreciate you having me.
we wish you all the best, moving forward. I tell all my music artists, hopefully this thing gets lifted and we all get the blessings that we deserve to come. So,
Yeah, man. I
but yeah,
appreciate that for real.
yes, sir. Thank you, man. Take care.
Thank you so much.
My thanks to Jefe312 for closing out this season for us, and I'd like to thank every single one of you guys who tuned in this season. to season 1 to catch at least one episode. And if anybody out there that wants to be a part of season 2 to be interviewed, be sure to send us an email submission to talkshowshy@gmail.com. For all my UIC viewers out there, be sure to check out what I'm doing right after this. My UIC talk show that I mentioned a lot on this show, The Late Night Flame with Jeremiah.paprocki. If you are a UIC student or alumni and have any interest in being interviewed, check out more info at Late Night UIC on social media. Be sure to follow us on social media. And until season 2, I'm Jeremiah.paprocki. Stay safe, everyone.